What did Los Angeles truly look like before the neon lights and modern skyscrapers took over? From bustling street corners lined with vintage cars, to smoking billboards along Sunset and Vine, to snow-covered boulevards and open dirt crossroads. Step back in time with us to witness the unbelievable transformation of 1920s and 30s Hollywood and LA. 1926, looking north on Broadway from 7th Street. On the left, the large building on the northwest corner is Bullock's department store, with Cress just behind it. Down on the lower right, you can spot the sign for the Booz Brothers Cafeteria. Notice the stunning twin-lobe streetlight towering high above the bustling crowd. Around 1926, a bustling street scene looking south from the intersection of Broadway and 7th Street. A large crowd of pedestrians crosses the street from right to left, while a car tries to make a right turn through them. Many others gather on the sidewalk, with several people standing near two mailboxes and a streetlight in the foreground on the left. Around 1926, an exterior view of Lowe's State Theater building. The street is packed with pedestrians crossing and lining the sidewalks. The marquee reads, "Mao Flapper Week, Doris May in Gay and Devilish." Other businesses in the building include a dentist, the campaign headquarters for Senator Moore, Star Shoe Company, and the Owl Drug Company. 1926, a rooftop view looking north along Broadway from above 7th Street. On the left is the massive Bullock's department store with Cress just behind it. Down on the right, the sign for the Booz Brothers Cafeteria is visible, and directly above it stands the marquee of the Palace Theater. Around 1925, a view looking north on Broadway from 9th Street, featuring the Majestic Theater on the left. On the right, you can see the construction of the famous Orpheum Theater, which officially opened in February 1926 as the fourth and final Los Angeles venue for the Orpheum vaudeville circuit. 1930, a view looking north along Broadway from 9th Street showing the May Company, formerly Hamburgers, on the southeast corner at 8th Street. Notice that Tally's Broadway Theater is gone, with the May Company completing storefronts on that property. In the center stands the Majestic Theater right next to the newly opened Eastern Columbia building on the left. The Majestic is playing Top Speed, starring Joe E. Brown, while across the street, the Orpheum Theater is showing Little Accident with Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and Anita Page. Around 1926, a view looking south along Broadway from 9th Street. On the right, the tall Western Pacific building at 1031 South Broadway towers over the lower buildings in the foreground, including the Gilbert Thayer Auditorium. Visible street signs along the avenue include California Gas Company, the new Studebaker, Paul Hoffman Company, We Sell Homes, Rooms, LA Chiropractic, Chamber of Commerce, Garage, Auto Park 20 cents, Stop, Examine, LA Chiropractic Clinic, Lowe's State, Southern California, and new Orpheum building, Joe Trusky Company, Agents. Around 1926, a view looking south along Broadway featuring two streetcars from the Los Angeles Railway M Line, with the Examiner building standing in the background at the southwest corner of Broadway and 11th Street. Farther in the distance, the Chamber of Commerce building rises on the northwest corner of Broadway and 12th Street. On the left sits the Los Angeles Investment Company, Western Auto Supply, followed by Paul G. Hoffman's Studebaker Sales Office. 1928, a view looking north on Broadway toward 11th Street over the Los Angeles Examiner building from the Chamber of Commerce. A parade celebrating the dedication of the new City Hall fills the streets below, packed with spectators, floats, flags, automobiles, and streetcars. Multi-story buildings with rectangular windows line the bustling avenue. Visible signs on the buildings include Western Pacific Building, property of Los Angeles investment company, New Orpheum Building, New Orpheum Theater, America's finest theater, exclusive presentations. 908 South Broadway, L.L. Burns, Radio Supply Company, 912 to 914 South Broadway, and Southern California Gas Company. Around 1926, a scenic view looking east along Adams Boulevard toward Figueroa Street. Palm trees line the street median, with the bell tower of St. Vincent Roman Catholic Church rising above the trees in the distance. Notice the elegant multi-globe Llewellyn-Chester decorative streetlight on the sidewalk. 1927. Looking north on Van Nuys Boulevard near Calvert Street. Tall utility poles stand in the center median, flanked by traffic lanes and embedded streetcar tracks. Small commercial buildings line both sides of the boulevard with diagonal street parking. Visible signs include car dealerships for Studebaker, Buick, Nash, and Ford, alongside a cigar and soda shop, a real estate office, and a hotel. 1925. A soaked police officer directs traffic through one of downtown's most frequently flooded intersections at Main and 10th. He's wearing full rain gear while the Apex Hotel stands on the corner alongside W.P. Fuller & Company, specializing in paints and glass. 1926. A striking scene along Southwestern Avenue during the major flood of April 7, 1926. A typical sight along main thoroughfares before adequate storm drain systems were installed. Although paved, the avenue lacked proper drainage, forcing automobiles and streetcars to wade slowly through the deep water during one of the largest late-season storms recorded. 1933. A burst manhole cover erupts at the intersection of 4th and Flower Street after a heavy downpour. In the background, the Richfield Tower stands tall, while competing coffee billboards are visible on the left. Steep streets around Bunker Hill channeled massive amounts of storm runoff into undersized storm drains, overflowing downtown pipelines and pushing regional flood control efforts forward. 1939. A severe storm bringing 5.42 inches of rain floods the newly constructed Temple Figueroa underpass, leaving multiple vehicles stranded along the edges. Without permanent pumps and proper drainage systems in place, the underpass acted like a temporary reservoir during storms, stranding motorists and presenting a major engineering challenge for the city's expanding road network. 1948. A tow truck pushes a stalled taxi through a flooded intersection at 5th and Flower Street after a major storm. In the background, from left to right, stands the Goodhue Central Library, the Church of the Open Door Biola Institute, and the California Club. The storm dumped over an inch of rain in a single day, leaving downtown traffic paralyzed as tow trucks worked tirelessly to rescue stranded motorists from deep water. 1920s. The Sun Drug Company building on the northeast corner of Broadway and 5th Street. A massive Budweiser billboard sits atop the building, while storefront signs announce "Last Days" and "Closing Out Sale, building coming down March 31st. On the left, a large wall mural advertising pianos across the exposed brick facade. 1927. A street view of South Hill Street on the left and West 7th Street on the right. Numerous commercial signs cover the buildings on this southwest corner, featuring Coffee Dan's, Payne Brothers Dentists, Kimono House, and Weatherby Shoes. Other signs include Scott Brothers, Los Angeles Hat Company, Auto Banks, and Mandels, with the corner shop advertising a store-wide sale. Above Mandel's, an old gold cigarette billboard promises love at first light for 15 cents. The American Telephone and Telegraph Building looms in the background while pedestrians cross the street near a no left turn traffic sign standing in the middle of the intersection. 1949. A vibrant Los Angeles street scene showing unique billboards and signs, most notably a Camel cigarette billboard that actually puffed real smoke. We're looking at the southwest corner of Sunset Boulevard and Vine Street in Hollywood, featuring a sign very similar to the famous one in New York's Times Square. The upper billboard promotes Jack Benny's move from NBC to CBS in January 1949, with Suntag Drugstore on the ground floor and ornate genie-style streetlight on the far left. Around 1950, a view looking east along Vine Street just south of Hollywood Boulevard. On the left, the Firefly Bar occupies the ground floor of the Taft Building. In the center sits the Ham and Egger restaurant, followed by the Gidlow and Sellers barbershop on the mid-right. To the right of the barbershop is Mooney & Kay, currently being converted into Jerry Lewis's camera shop, and finally, on the far right, the edge of the famous Brown Derby restaurant is visible. 1928. An aerial night view of Wilshire Boulevard brightly illuminated. The original Brown Derby restaurant is clearly visible on the right. Notice the numerous billboards lining both sides of the boulevard, while the Wilshire Special streetlights illuminate the road brilliantly. The Wilshire Christian Church on the northeast corner of Wilshire and Normandy can be seen in the upper right. Around 1928, a Wilshire Special streetlight stands prominently in front of the outdoor Vanshire florist shop. Billboards flanking the stand advertise Union 76 gasoline and the Southern Pacific Railroad. The billboard on the right reads, "Ride cool trains, $6 to San Francisco, $17 to Portland." 1935. A massive Foster and Cleaser billboard sits outside 1158 and 1160 West 8th Street, advertising the brand new 1936 Chevrolet. Below the billboard, the 8th Street Specialty Company operates at number 1158 alongside a small hotel at number 1160. 1927. A grand parade honoring Colonel Charles A. Lindbergh moves past major buildings along Broadway and 10th Street in downtown Los Angeles. Colonel Lindbergh, wearing a dark suit, sits in the back seat of an open car covered entirely in white roses, with Mayor Porter seated beside him. Massive crowds line the streets, with colorful patriotic banners stretching down the avenue as far as the eye can see. Around 1930, a massive crowd of pedestrians crosses the bustling intersection of 7th Street and Broadway. In the far corner, on the northwest corner of Broadway, stands the Grand Bullock's department store, which expanded by 400,000 square feet between 1923 and 1928 through 3 major additions and acquiring 2 adjacent buildings. 1951. The corner of 7th Street and Broadway, right opposite Bullock's department store. A large crowd of pedestrians stands outside the department store and crosses the street, while several automobiles, including a convertible, wait patiently for the crowds to clear before turning the corner. Around 1929, a scene near the Variety Arts Theater at 940 South Figueroa Street, known at the time as the Figueroa Playhouse. Across the street from the vintage automobiles and a boy on a bicycle hitching a ride behind a truck, the prominent sign reads, "Ann Nichols, Abe's Irish Rose." 1930. A rare scene shows Pico Boulevard covered in melting snow looking east from Union Avenue. Storefronts and sidewalks line the street on the right, where 3 early automobiles are parked along the curb. Another car drives on the wet street to the left, while Victorian homes and a 3-story rectangular building stand in the background. Most of the snow has melted, leaving large puddles that reflect the historic streetscape. Signs visible from left to right include ZM8581, Albertson and Curly Santa Monica, tailoring, and first-class shoe repairing. 1930. A view of Pico Boulevard covered in snow looking east from Union Avenue. In the foreground, a small patch of the road was sheltered from the snow by a car, which then drove away, leaving clear tire tracks in the snow. Across the street on the north side stand Victorian houses and a large 3-story rectangular building. Readable signs from left to right include laundry, transfer, WA6361, and A1 Roofing Company. Around 1932, a view looking southeast shows an early automobile making a left turn onto Union Avenue while crossing the streetcar tracks on Pico Boulevard. Jim's Grocery occupies the ground floor of the corner building, illuminated by ornate 5-globe Pico electric streetlights manufactured by the Lelowin Iron Works. 1928. A view looking west along Pico Boulevard at Bonnie Bray Street, featuring ornate Pico Lelowin decorative streetlights standing on the street corners. The brick building on the northwest corner at 1901 West Pico still stands today, anchoring the historic Pico Union neighborhood. 1920s. An aerial view looking northeast shows Crescent Avenue, later renamed Fairfax, extending into the distance and curving slightly north at Wilshire Boulevard. Chaplin Airport, located southwest of the intersection, is hosting a thriving air show. In the background, numerous oil derricks stretch across the landscape. 1920s. The Gilmore gasoline service station stands as one of the earliest gas stations in Los Angeles. Located at the corner of La Brea Avenue and Wilshire Boulevard, it offered quick and courteous service to early motorists. A replica, modeled after the 1936 Gilmore station, can be seen today at the Farmers Market near the Grove. 1931. An aerial view of Fairfax High School looking southwest. The tree-lined street running diagonally across the upper right is Fairfax Avenue, while Melrose Avenue runs east to west across the foreground. In the center of the campus, the distinctive rotunda and the school auditorium stand out prominently. 1922. An aerial view looking west shows the intersection of Wilshire and San Vicente Boulevards. Wilshire Boulevard is the tree-lined road in the center, while San Vicente runs diagonally from the lower left to center, originally the Pacific Electric Railway route, crossing Wilshire before heading northwest towards Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood, then known as Sherman. Fairfax Avenue runs horizontally as a dirt road across the foreground, and the vast open area to the south would soon become Carthay Center, home to the famous Carthay Circle Theater. Around 1927, an aerial view captures the famous Carthay Circle Theater on San Vicente Boulevard, with Olympic Boulevard in the lower right. In the distance, a large oil field sits north of Wilshire Boulevard and east of Fairfax Avenue, the exact area north of the La Brea tar pits where Arthur F. Gilmore struck oil in the 1890s. The Carthay Center Elementary School is visible in the lower left. 1933. A view looking northeast from the corner of La Cienega and Pico Boulevards. The vacant land is the Pico Fairway Golf Driving Range, with the sign on the right advertising a free exhibition by Babe Diedrich, the all-around athlete who excelled at every sport. In the far distance, two large white buildings are the Carthay Center Elementary School and the Carthay Circle Theater. From open fields and early airfields to the vibrant cultural capital of the world, these rare snapshots show just how incredibly Los Angeles has evolved. Which of these vintage locations surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next journey through history.
Along with old photo history. If you love exploring the past with us, a small tip via Super Thanks would be a huge motivation, going a long way in helping us discover and produce even more engaging historical content.